My daughter wore a suit to school and the principal called it distracting. My daughter Iris is obsessed with professional clothing. She's 9 years old and watches Shark Tank religiously. She wears blazers on weekends and owns more dress pants than I do. When other kids her age wanted Disney princess dresses, she asked for a tailored navy suit for her birthday. I thought it was adorable and empowering. She felt confident and ready to conquer the world in her little blazers and loafers. So when she started 4th grade, I let her dress herself, mostly suits, button-ups, sometimes a vest. She looked like a tiny CEO and she loved it. Her teacher, Mrs. Kimball, even complimented her style during parent-teacher night. But then last Wednesday, I got a call from the school office asking me to come in immediately. No explanation, just that it was urgent. My heart dropped. I thought she was hurt or sick. I left work and drove there in 15 minutes, hands shaking the whole way. When I arrived, Iris was sitting outside the principal's office, perfectly fine, reading a book in her gray pinstripe suit. I asked her what happened and she just shrugged. Principal Davison called me inside and closed the door. He told me we needed to discuss Iris's clothing choices. I was confused at first, thought maybe her suit had gotten torn, but then he said the words that made my blood boil. Iris's attire has become a distraction to other students, and we need her to dress more appropriately for her age. I stared at him. She's wearing a suit. It's not revealing, it's not offensive, it's literally more coverage than most kids' clothes. He nodded slowly. I understand, but several parents have complained. Their daughters are now demanding suits and professional clothing, and it's causing issues at home. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You're telling me my daughter can't wear a suit because other kids want to wear suits too? He shifted uncomfortably. It's creating unrealistic expectations. Iris's wardrobe is clearly expensive, and not all families can afford that. We try to maintain an environment where all students feel equal. I felt my face getting hot. First of all, her suits are from Target and thrift stores. Second, are you seriously telling me to change what my daughter wears because other parents can't say no to their kids? He pulled out a folder and slid it across the desk. Inside were printed emails from parents. One mother wrote that her daughter cried for 3 hours because she wanted a blazer like Iris. Another said their family was struggling financially and couldn't compete with Iris's wardrobe. The last one was the worst. Some parent had written an entire paragraph about how Iris was creating gender confusion by dressing like a boy, and it was inappropriate for elementary school. I looked up at Principal Davison. This last one is calling my daughter's clothing a gender issue. He cleared his throat. Well, some parents do feel that traditionally masculine attire on a young girl sends confusing messages. I stood up. My daughter wears suits because she likes them. She's not confused. She's confident. And frankly, half these girls come to school in leggings so tight I can see their underwear lines. But you're worried about my kid wearing too much fabric? He raised his hands defensively. I'm just asking you to consider sending Iris in more typical clothing. Jeans, t-shirts, dresses, things that don't draw attention. I asked him point blank if there was a dress code violation. He admitted there wasn't. Then we're done here. I walked out and took Iris's hand. We went home and I let her pick out her outfit for the next day. She chose her favorite charcoal suit with a white button-up and a little red tie. I helped her polish her shoes and told her she looked like a boss. The next morning, I walked Iris into school myself. Principal Davison was standing in the hallway and his face went pale when he saw her suit. I smiled at him and kept walking. By lunchtime, I got another call. 15 girls showed up today in suits. Some borrowed from their fathers, some threw on blazers over their regular clothes. They're calling it Suit Thursday and refusing to change. I bit my lip to keep from laughing. Sounds like Iris started a movement. He was not amused. This is exactly the disruption I was trying to avoid. Your daughter is influencing other students to defy typical dress standards. So let me get this straight, I said slowly. You called my daughter's clothing distracting, and now you're upset that other kids are inspired by her confidence. Unless you're implementing an actual dress code that bans suits, my daughter will continue wearing them. And if you do, I'll be at the next school board meeting with a lawyer. The call stopped after that, but the movement didn't. By Friday, over 30 girls showed up in suits or blazers. Some boys even joined in, wearing ties and dress shoes. The kids called it Power Dress Friday, and it spread to other classes. Parents who'd originally complained started posting pictures of their daughters in suits on social media, acting like they'd supported it all along. One of the mothers who'd written those angry emails even messaged me asking where I bought Iris's clothes. I didn't respond. Principal Davison sent out a school-wide email reminding everyone that self-expression through clothing was welcomed as long as it followed basic guidelines. He never mentioned Iris by name, but everyone knew. 3 weeks later, the school announced a career day where students could dress as their future professions. Iris wore her usual suit, so did 20 other girls, and Principal Davison had to stand there and compliment every single one of them.